And Solway, welcome back to my Let's Lore of Skyrim. In the last episode, it was a long time ago. We are still our same character, of course. I traveled from... We ended off in Markarth, I think it was. Here, Windhelm, excuse me. We ended off in Windhelm. I think I had just gotten Wraithguard. Wraithguard? Yep, Wraithguard. And, in between, I went and I sorted away items and things, you know, just made sure our inventory was clear. And I... Oh, I put one perk point. We had a perk point left. Into heavy armor, the face of death. So that we no longer need to wear a helmet, because we're not wearing a helmet right now. We're wearing a mask. I wasn't sure whether that applied or not. So I grabbed it. Homestead for sale. No longer for sale, it's mine. My house. Yeah, it's been quite a while. I'm back. I'm ready to whip out the lore, and I wanna get with some main quest stuff. That being said, I remembered I'm not allowed to fast travel because I'm in the special survival mode. So, oh hey. I want to get on with the main quest. These two quests happen to be nearby. This is how it always goes, of course. These two quests happen to be nearby, so we're gonna go do them. And I'm sure when those are done, I'll go, hey, this quest is nearby. I'm gonna go do it. Bears. Wildlife in Skyrim is absolutely horrific as ever. Is this where I have to go? Yes. There we are. There's a goat guiding my path. Great sword. Oi! What's your problem? I don't know why you're attacking my horse. But I don't appreciate it. Am I bad with the Thalmor? Read. In recent weeks, 2 prisoners have confessed to worshipping at a tallow shrine in the hills above White River Gorge. This cult must not be allowed to grow any further. Find the shrine, hunt down any heretics you find. There, take no prisoners. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was worried that I was in, like, permanent hostile relations with the Thalmor. No, they attacked me. And that's just because I happened to stand near the shrine. Don't worry, I think it's heretical too. It's of Talos. Oh, and, of course I had figured out more things in the past. Where am I supposed to place this? Place. There we go. Now we can talk to Ellis at the fair, and hopefully, I think I was doing this to buy a home in Solitude. I figured out a lot of information in between the episodes. Did some wiki walking. I think I figured out the missing eighth, by the way. I had my list of the 8 divines. I think it was slightly wrong. I believe I had Y'ffre as one, but Y'ffre goes on to form the Earth Bones. Y'ffre is the reason why, like, animals and people exist. And a goldfish? Well, I'll be. There's a quest I didn't even know needed completing. Enter now. Let's head on in. How's my sneak skill, by the way? Armor 100. Sneak is at 83. Power. More effective. Entering sneak mode. Ooh. Level 90. That's gonna be a big one. Alright. Let me... Don't want to run over that cord. Readjust where I am at. In my chair. Book of Riddles. We go and we find in and out. In and out. Alright, dang it. That up. Not here for anything but the books.
The test is go, my pets.
You don't know I'm here. Go, my pets. Whips out Frost Spider. What's up? Of course, we'll still look around for books and for... technically, I need to be opening these for... Actually, no. It should mark the dragon chests, right? I have a perk here that's dragon chests. There are 5 dragons of fate, hidden in random locked containers. I don't even have to look at it if it's unlocked. Ooh, Aedra and Daedra. I will take that one. I need to start getting my book collection going again. Because I am focusing on the lore. Dwemer Law. Hey. That one's nice. Need to open it. Don't need to open it. My looting instincts, I need to suppress them. Okay. Just the toilet. The old chamber pot. You're a vampire. Aye.
Huh?
appears I'm getting pretty good at sneaking.
You're pathetic. And you thought I was just a pretty face.
God dang it. Alright, enough of this.
See you busted. It's all clear now.
Oh. Hey.
Look out! Hunt never should have come to you.
The prey is here.
Open all of the gates. Unleash the vampire horde. The Talos mistake, as much as I agree, I think that's just propaganda.
And you thought I was
Firmament? Firmament? What? Oh! Oh, that was the fireman. There, marker.
stand a chance.
I'm going now. Oh, boy. What are inquiries? Ooh. And I'm warm. Sir. No, no. Okay. Book of Daedra. I'm checking the books here, specifically because, being a wizard's tower, they often have books that I am looking for. Let's see. Do I happen to have... Candlelight. Here we go. Sheogorath. Ajit. I killed you with kill cam, that means I need to loot you. Yes, because I have a perk. I am remembering things. Children's Annuad, yes! This is one of the most important books in the game, by the way. That's like the book I was looking for. Also, these 3 books that we are going to collect, I believe, are unique. You cannot find them anywhere else in the game. I do not think. So we shall be reading them. Barrel. Stop. I don't need to do that. Aha!
Go, boys! Attack!
Oh. Elemental Fury. That's faster swings. Marked for death. I guess I have Unrelenting Force. Eh. Yeah. Orthorn.
Saved me.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
You're the guy
Who
who took
knows
the
what
books.
they'd have done to me if you hadn't come along. I promise I'll help you get out of here.
I don't want your help.
Ah, I see. Well, then I'll just stay behind you a little bit and follow along quietly.
Why don't you leave the tower?
Don't you need my help?
No, I can handle this. This will be easier without you getting in my way. True. If you don't get away from me right now, I'll kill you myself. That's a little aggressive. You're right, I could use some help. I can handle this on my own. You might die
Well,
if you
if
fall.
you're sure, I'll just be on my way then. Please, do be careful. And thank you.
Oh, I should have asked him about the books, too. I think he would have updated my quest marker, but, like, we're going to the same place anyway. I know where the books are. They're at the end of the dungeon. Surprise, surprise. That being said, where am I going to now? I thought I had to go up.
What was that?
Hey, y'all. Using fire magic against me. What's my resistance at now? For fire magic? Let's see. 25%, 50%, 30%. Oh, okay. I'm basically completely immune. The monomyth. Oh. They just have all of the books that I need in here. This is why I'm checking. Like, Arcturian Heresy. It says Heresy. I don't know what that book is. Gods in Worship. I'll take it. I think that's also one of the Dunmer of Skyrim. Oh. I think that's also one of the important books that I need. Black Arrow. This seems to be the way I'm supposed to go. So, where did upstairs take me? Was this to Skyrim? Uh-oh. What do you mean Felglow Keep? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm gonna go back down to the dungeons and I'm gonna check out, oh, hi, you followed me. I'm gonna check out wherever this path led me first. Still want to clear the whole place.
What was that?
Surprised I didn't kill Camu. Hey, yo. Oh, you missed. I missed. Excuse me. What is that? Ancient Nord Warhammer. Jeez. Thick book. Spell tome for Ray Zombie. Oh, right. There was 2 notes that were in my inventory that I did not read. One was a bounty. Or, Igmund? One of the Reach. Forsworn located. Kill their leader. Okay. And was there another one? Sandas's note. Quintus. Need more medicines. War is getting harder to reach. I have no idea where that note is from. Ignoring. Oh, this is also to Felglow Keep. Okay, so there's like 2 ways into the keep? Dude.
What was that?
Hi. I'm done, Murph. Sorry, you're not gonna beat me with fire. Resistance.
should have come here.
I just want my books. Uh-huh. Books, 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 books. Oh hey! Look at where we are. Skyrim. Alteration increased to 99. And we leveled up. Blow dust. Okay, go ref. Beggar Prince? Oh. Okay. Where, oh where? Hello, Book of Riddles. See, that's their toilet book. I'm starting to pay more attention to, like, set dressing. Another copy of the Monomyth. Why not? It's only the most important book in possibly the entirety of the Elder Scrolls.
There you are.
Except for, you know, like Vivek's writings or Mankar Cameron's commentaries. Mastered the arcane, mastered the blade. You have now. It's deep in your chest. Barred from the other side. Become one with the blade. Literally. Lost Legends. Lost Legends. Oh, Red Eagle. And his sword. Boethiah's proving. Boethiah's calling. Ooh. Day at a certain time, the faithful gather to perform certain rituals, hoping to gain a glimpse of their master. Oh. I'll take that book with me. Therium Wars. I've already got a copy of that. First. Spirit of Nirn. Lorcan. Hey! Lorcan mentioned. Therefore, I take the book. Loots. And again, I'll be less thorough in, like, searching for books in the next dungeons. But, you know, if I'm going to have theory time and lore, I need to have, okay, this book, this specific book. Here, let me show you example. Door. Hi. Hi. It said talk, so I hit talk. And then she tried to. The marker immediately turned red. Let's go. Rude. Set an explosive trap and made a mess of your own home. Nope. Julianos, huh? Mm. The greedy god. We're on the mystic. Nothing in here. No point in opening a chest if it's not locked. Dang it. Sure. Take that all. Wooden door. Hello. God dang it. Keep doing that. I am searching for the books. Do you have them for me?
So you're the one who barged into my home and laid waste to my projects. How nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Books, please.
So you're just one of Arin's lackeys. That's disappointing. You show real promise. You come here, kill my assistants, disrupt my work. You've annoyed me, so I don't think I'll be giving you anything.
May I please have the books?
Oh, now we're all please and thank you, are we? I'm afraid we're well beyond pleasantries.
I mean,
I'll allow
I
you
knocked.
the opportunity to turn
Y'all attacked
around,
me first.
walk out that door, and never come back. I suggest you move quickly.
How about you give me the books and there will be no more trouble?
Fine. Take them and be gone. Never return here, or else you'll face my full wrath.
Oh boy. Welcome, mage. Last king of the aliens. Oh, hold on. Okay, so these are the books that I was talking about that I believe you can't find them anywhere else in all of Skyrim, I think. So this one should be talking about Umaril. The aliens are the Heartland elves ruled Cyrodiil in the long ages of myth before the beginning of recorded history. One of the earliest recorded dates in fact, is the fall of White Gold Tower in 1E243, which is commonly assumed to be the mark of the end of the aliens. So this book is clearly written from Nedic perspective, because elves were meticulous record keepers. Although Ayleid rule over all of Cyrodiil was indeed broken in 1E243, this was only one of the most obvious stages near the end of the long decline. The first 2 centuries of the First Era saw increasing strife between the great Ayleid lords of Cyrodiil. Elysia appears to have taken advantage of a period of civil war to launch her uprising. Oh, I didn't know that, actually. I know that she had, divine intervention to help her, but I didn't know that there was also strife amongst the Ayleids. Imperial historians have traditionally attributed her victory to intervention from Skyrim, but it appears she had at least as much help from the rebel Ayleid lords during the siege of White Gold Tower. The popular image of the Ayleids as brutal slave masters is based, in fact, of course. But it is... Wait. God dang it, modern... Language drift. The image of the Ayleids as brutal slave masters is based, in fact. Of course, but it is less well known that a number of Ayleid princes continued to rule parts of Cyrodiil after 243 as vassals of the new Empress of Cyrodiil. This suggests either that the Ayleid rule was not universally detested, or that Elysia and her successors were more pragmatic than is traditionally believed, or perhaps some of both. In any event, excavations at a number of Ayleid sites show continued occupation and even expansion during the so-called Late Aeolid period, 1E243 through 498. At first, many Aeolid lords continued to rule as vassals of the new human regime. In some cases, Aeolid supporters of Elysia were even rewarded with new lands taken from slain enemies. It is not clear to what extent human slavery continued under the Cyrodiilic Empire. Humans continued to dwell in the Aeolid-ruled areas of Cyrodiil, but there is nothing definite to show under what terms. This was an uneasy relationship from the beginning, and was not destined to last long. Resentment at the continued presence of Aeolid nobles within the Empire was a contributing factor to the rise of the so-called Elysian Order, founded by Maruk. The first victims of the Elysians were the Aeolids of Cyrodiil. Oh, okay. That's what it means. From Saint Elysia. The first victims were the Aeolids. In the early 300s, the surviving Aeolid communities in human-ruled areas were obliterated one by one, the refugees temporarily swelling the power of the remaining Aeolid lordships. Okay, so Saint Elysia comes to power. There's, like, an uneasy peace between her and the rest of the Aeolids. And then the Elysian Order pops up, and Aeolid genocide. There was plenty of that during the war with Pelennor Whitestrike, but, you know. Then, in 361, the Elysians gained control of the Empire and enforced the Elysian doctrines throughout its domain. The Aeolid lordships were abolished. Enforcement of this decree does not appear to have required much direct violence. It seems that by this point the balance of power was so overwhelmingly against them and their fate so long foreshadowed, most of the remaining Aeolids simply left Cyrodiil, eventually being absorbed into the elven populations of Valenwood and High Rock. Indeed, the rise of... Oh, and High Rock too, I thought it was just Valenwood. Indeed, the rise of the Draenei hegemony may be linked to the exodus of Aeolids from Cyrodiil. Still, a remnant Aeolid population seems to have survived the rule of the Elysians, because we hear of the last king of the Aeolids joining the Battle of Glenumbra Moors, where the Draenei decisively defeated the Elysians in 482. How the king's people survived the preceding century is unknown. We do not even know who they were, although recent research points to Nenalata as the possible resting place of this last king. Unfortunately, in the current state of the Empire, funds are no longer available for proper scientific investigation of such extensive ruins. So the answer to these questions will have to be left for future generations, or past generations. I remember going through Nenalata in our Oblivion playthrough. Fragment on Artaeum. Okay, so, book summary. That was not about the last ruling lord, Umaril, like I thought it was going to be. It had some interesting information. My perception of the Elysian period has changed, such as the civil war that was apparently going on. I did not know that. Okay, on Artaeum. The Isle of Artaeum is the third largest island in the Somerset Archipelago, located south of the Mordonian village of Pontassa, in the west of the mainland village of Cube, best known for home of the Sigic Order, perhaps the oldest monastic group in Tamriel. Oh, all of this is good lore. The earliest written records of Sigics is from the 20th year of the First Era and tells the tale of renowned Breton sage and author Vornet. What? The earliest written record from the 20th year of the First Era and tells the tale of a Breton? I guess it's past the Merethic era. What's a Breton doing there? Breton sage and author Vornet traveling to the Isle of Artaeum to meet with Lachesis, the rights master of the Sigics. And I'm confused on that because I suppose Bretons would have come about during the Merethic era, because Neds came about during the Merethic. The Nords would have come down from Atmora? Guess? No, because humans were already on, like, Central Nirn. Some were shipped back, maybe? I don't know, I'm just theorizing. Even the Sigics were counselors of kings and proponents of the Elder Way. Ooh. Taught to them by the original race that inhabited Tamriel. The Elder Way is a philosophy of meditation and study said to bind the forces of nature to the individual will. It differs from Magicka in origin, but the effects are much the same. That said, it is perhaps more than coincidence the Isle of Artaeum literally vanished from the shores of Somerset at the beginning of the Second Era, at the time of the founding of the Mages Guild in Tamriel. Various historians and scholars have published theories about this, but perhaps none of the Lachesis and his own could shed light on the matter. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, my apologies. 500 years passed, and Artaeum returned. The Sigics on the Isle consisted of persons, mostly elves, who had disappeared and were presumed dead. In the Second Era. They could not or would not offer any explanation for Artaeum's whereabouts during that time, or the fate of Lachesis and the original Council of Artaeum. So, Artaeum vanishes, right? One day, the whole island just vanishes. 500 years pass. And the Isle returns, consisting mostly of elves who had disappeared and were presumed dead during the Second Era. They were still alive. Elves do live several hundred years. I think like 400 is the average. But it says mostly elves. That means that non-elves were there too. So these guys... And humans would be probably the second most long-lived race. Maybe Nords. Or no, it would definitely be Breton. Anyway, I think lifespan is limited to 120 years. Possibly 160 for Bretons. That I'm kind of pulling the 160 out of my butt. But the 120 is based on, like, actual biology. So these guys were shunted forward through time. Or were put in a frozen state. They literally time traveled forward. Because otherwise they would not be alive. Like, humans do not live that long. Currently, the Sigics are led by the Lore Master Kalaris, who has presided over the Council of Artaeum for the last 250 years. The Council's influence in Tamrielic politics is tidal. The kings of Somerset, particularly those of Mordunon, have often sought the Sigic's opinion. The Emperor Uriel V was much influenced by the council in the early and most glorious parts of his reign before his disastrous attack on Akavir. It has even been suggested that the fleet of King Orgnum... Ooh! We're getting information on Orgnum! It has even been suggested that the fleet of King Orgnum of Iandonea was destroyed by a joint effort of Emperor Antiochus and the Sigic Order. The last four emperors, Uriel VI, Morathia Pelagius IV, it's not how 4 is supposed to be written, and Uriel 6-7. I recognize that's the common way for it to be written. The formal way that it's supposed to be written is literally just 4. 4 ones. You're writing shorthand, which was popular amongst the common folk, but it was not proper Roman... not proper Roman writing. have been suspicious of the Sijiks enough to refuse ambassadors from the Isle of Artaeum within the Imperial City. The Isle of Artaeum is difficult to chart geographically. It is said that it shifts continuously, either at random or by decree of the Council. Visitors to the island are so rare as to be almost unheard of. Anyone desirous of a meeting with a Sijik may find contacts in Patanza and Rakanbe, as well as many of the kingdoms of Somerset. Okay, yeah, the island is in the Somerset Isles. Were it more accessible, Artaeum would be a favored destination for travelers. I have been to the isle once and still dream of its idyllic orchards and clear pastures. Its still and silent lagoons, its misty woodlands, and the unique Sijic architecture that seems to be as natural as its surroundings, as well as wondrous in its own right. The Sephira Tower, in particular, I would study for its relic from a civilization that predates the High Elves by several hundred years, and is still used in certain rites by the Sijiks. Perhaps one day I might return. The author is currently on the Isle of Artaeum by gracious consent of Master Sargenius of the Council of Artaeum. Okay. So, yeah, the Isle gets shunted through time. So we have more confirmed time travel here. Also, we have confirmed existence of King Orgnum of Leandinea, which Orgnum is an Aldmer. Well, I mean, technically he's a he's a Morimer, but like, how do I put it? He was part of Aldmer's society and then was shunted away. So he would be different from an Aldmer in the same way that a Chimer during the Velothi period would be different from an Aldmer, and that, hey, this is more of a cultural difference than a racial one, right? He would, like, genetically, he is Aldmer. Read Knight of Tears. Also, he's an immortal god king, so, you know. Knight of Tears. Right, well, immortal and, like, chrono-immortal. He doesn't age. Or, you know, he lives for seemingly forever. Which, elves have long lives, but his is endless, seemingly. Not just long. Knight of Tears. Draenor Silith. Sarthal holds a prominent place in Skyrim's history, even if most do not remember it by its name. It is, of course, the site of one of the first major Nord settlements, one of the first cities of men in Skyrim, and the earliest known capital of their civilization. Ooh, Sarthal is the first of the civilization? Okay. It was also the site of terrible bloodshed, when the elves attempted to drive the Nords out of Skyrim to succeed only in incurring their wrath in the form of Ysgramor and his fabled 500 companions who swept the elves from Skyrim and firmly established it as the home of the Nords. Okay. So, you find the Eye in Sarthal? I didn't realize it was the original capital. Skyrim, all this is known, but little else. What happened on the Night of Tears when Sarthal was razed to the ground? What provoked the elves to such a deliberate, vicious attack, and what prompted such a severe response from the Nords? Maybe it was the 500 companions arriving and committing genocide? You know, maybe. It seems like you destroyed, from your own words here, it seems like the 500 companions swept through Skyrim all of Skyrim on a massive killing spree. The elves respond by destroying one settlement, and it's the Night of Tears. Such a severe response. That might be me reading too much into things, or being a little, like, biased towards, like, funny readings. But, it seems a little bit of a double standard here. Vingelmo's treatise on the Altmer antecedents suggests that the elves of the Merethic era, along with their counterparts, the early Dwemer, possessed a degree of sophistication unparalleled in Tamriel. They displayed power beyond what could be expected of the time. While a distinct explanation is not given for this, I believe that this work, compared with the early writings of Hesef Kirirnis Scusi, suggests that something greater was at work on the night of Sarthal. The true motives behind the Night of Tears have been obscured to us by the passage of time, but I believe this was not a simple war of territory or of control of Skyrim. I believe that what happened was a significant event based around something very particular. The Nords found something when they built their city, buried deep in the ground. They attempted to keep it buried, but the elves learned of it and coveted it for themselves. Thus, they assaulted Sarthal. Their goal not to drive the Nords out, but to secure this power for themselves. I believe Ysgramor knew something of what the elves would find under Sarthal and rallied together his people to keep the elves from gaining it. When Nords once again controlled Skyrim, this power was buried deep away below the earth and sealed away. Okay, this makes much more sense. So the Nords assaulted Sarthal, uncovered the relic that's the Eye of Magnus, and then the elves were like, oh crap, we lost that incredibly important artifact. We need to assault this and get it back. Time has kept this knowledge from us, but it is my hope that time will also reveal the truth of these words. Every effort will be made to relocate Sarthal and find that which has been lost to us. As in excavate? Oh, relocate Sarthal, as in they literally didn't know where Sarthal was. Okay. That makes sense. Hey, do you have a book on you? No. I need to go this way. I hope you don't have the key. You do. Sorry, I need that. Oh, I wanted a peaceful solution, but oh well. No, it's Barla Stone. Gems and gem fragments. I don't know. I think these gem fragments are just for, like, decoration. Bird. A satchel. Okay. Very important lore that we found in those books. And again, I tend to put book reading to, like, specific days. And specific, hey, here's when I'm going to be doing a book reading. I'm, like, doing it at the end of streams. So that way people can skip the book readings if they don't want it. But, these are unique books. We can only find them here. So, like, they have to be read here. Pretty much. Because we will be giving them back. And when we will be giving them back, I do not know, but they are quest books. Cleared. Speak to Marquis. Let's head back to Whiterun. You know what? I need to find Red Eagle's sword and keep it on me. That's in my basement, I believe. I'm, like, not allowed to do Red Eagle's quest without his sword. Horsey, he waited for me. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, one moment. Okay, I am back. Apologies. I had a knock upon my door. Unplanned BRB. Let's see, bump. Let's see, I want M1 set destination. I'm hitting M1. That's southwest, right? Yeah, I'm heading the right way. West, that's south, so this is southwest. If we follow the river, we will arrive home. To the Tundra Homestead real quickly. Okay. And down here. I've got a book. Yes, I do. Okay, perfect. I need the Children's Annuad, Adra and Daedra. Actual weighted books, please. That way I don't have, you know, journals and stuff. Probably Gods in Worship. Maybe Spirit of Nirn, I want to read that. Heresy, I kind of want to read that. So Daedra, Firmament, the Monomyth. Here are some of the most important books in Skyrim. Those are, if you care about lore, Red Eagle's Fury. Those are my recommended reading list. I would go over them now. Annuad, Adra and Daedra, Gods in Worship, Spirit of Nirn. I don't know about that one. Book of Daedra, Firmament, and Monomyth. Monomyth and Children's Annuad are like the two most important books in the entire series. By far stars. What? Okay, weird. Strange. Okay, let's speak with whoever we have to here. And then continue and try and find the main quest. Hey, why are you glowing? Why do you have energy all around you, bro? Ow. Ma'am?
Yes?
Your cow.
We could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins.
Okay.
Need something? Unlike the rest of my family, I got what-
Your cow has something strange going on with it. I think it might be the chosen one. You know, the Greybeard shouted for Dragonborn to come not that long ago. I think that cow might be needed. This one too! Why are you glowing green? What could possibly be causing that to happen? Oh. And where exactly am I supposed to go? Malus Machius. He's gotta be inside, right? Please don't make me climb. Dang it. Okay, I'll head around the proper way. To Whiterun. Who do I need to speak with? Also, let me take a drink of water. Now we're load. Are they outside? Oh, jeez.
You're someone who can get...
Hello, ma'am.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. The finest weapons and armor.
What do you have for sale? Starting to sell ebony stuff. Witch plate. Eh. Okay. I have hydrated. I have my water and Malus Machius, huh? Okay, hold on here. No, Bannered Mare. Okay, what? My compass is broken. If that's the case, Bannered Mare. Alright, who's this Malus
Let me know if
Machius?
you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Mikhail,
The secure.
Sinmir, Amar, Sadia.
Hi there.
What?
Malus is teaching me everything he knows about.
Just move past. Malus Machius,
Can't
huh?
a man drink in peace?
No. I need to speak to you. Mavis said you'd be expecting me.
I'm gonna keep this short because we've got a lot to do. Haunting Brew's owner, Sabyarn, is about to hold a tasting for Whiterun's captain of the guard, and we're going to poison the mead.
Oh, Thieves Guild quest. You have the poison?
No, that's the beauty of the whole plan. we're going to get Sabjorn to give it to us. The meadery has quite a pest problem, and the whole city knows about it. Pest poison and mead don't mix well. You know what I mean?
And I fit in.
You're
how?
going to happen by and lend poor old Sabjorn a helping hand. He's going to give you the poison to use on the pests, but you're also going to dump it into the brewing vat. Maven
That
and I
works.
spent weeks planning this. All we need is someone like you to get in there and get it done. Now get going before Sabjorn grows a brain and hires someone else to do the dirty work.
Okay.
Think it's high time that you lie down and bleed.
Well. Eh. Eh. We can do that later. Luckily, that quest is literally like right next to a fast travel point. And by fast travel point, I mean carriage. So we can do this quest easily at any time. So I'm not doing it now, because I have main quest stuff to worry about. Okay. Tell me. Whereupon is mine quest? Oh, find Boethia's shrine. Should be near the bottom. Bones of a crow. There's no way, right? Diplomatic immunity. Meet Salborn in Solitude. We need to go to Solitude.
I can take you to... Where do you want to go?
To Solitude.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
Huzzah.
Sun feels good, huh?
Certainly a lot better than the cold. Still crazy that my flame cloak spell doesn't warm me up, but whatever. I'm getting very hungry. Cooked beef, cooked beef. Okay, let's see. I also need a little bit of sleep. But oh well. While we're here, let's go and tell the queen about the good news. We have placed her husband's horn at the statue of Talos. Someone nearby is carrying valuables. Who could it be?
Maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I just don't know it yet.
Might be. Maybe you can get tested for that. Considering being the Dragonborn is technically a blood disease, right? Or like a genetic trait. because descendants of Dragonborn also have dragon blood in their veins, because it's the blessing of, blessing of our beloved Dragon of Time.
Seville Stentor has a grasp of magic.
But unavoidable ebb in revenue. But as long as we continue to support the Empire...
Dang it, I didn't see... I didn't see the person carrying valuables anywhere. That means it was probably someone who, like, walked into a building immediately. Also, it's beans that my... compass isn't working. Right. This is the Queen's quarters. Ma'am.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward.
I have placed the horn at the shrine.
Falk said I could count on you. You have more than earned the right to purchase property and take the next step to becoming a Thane. Speak to Falk when you have the funds, and thank you.
Bada bing! Is there anything else you need?
There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold, and who owns at least one piece of property in my city. You help my people and purchase a house from my steward, and I'll make you my Thane.
Nice.
Good
Get
luck
on.
to you.
Assist people of Hoffengar. And I think we can literally just give a beggar a coin, and that counts as one of them. Steward Falk Firebeard. I very much would like that house, actually.
The courier must have found you.
First off, house.
Splendid. There's a house available right now.
Take it.
Wonderful. Here is the key to your new home.
I'd like to decorate my home. I'd like to purchase additional decorations for my home. Unless if you sent me a message about Wolfskull Cave?
Yes, old friend. I'm afraid it's not good news. When you broke up the binding, Potema escaped. We've encountered some of her minions.
Oh?
Steer says she's still in spirit form, or we'd all be dead already. You've already done us a service in stopping the binding, but I need you to go talk to him, to see if Steer can tell us what to do next.
And Steer is?
He's Solitude's priest of Archay. He's the one who figured out Potema was still around. He'll help as much as he can.
What do you mean he's the one who figured it out? Didn't you have no idea until I went in and said, hey, they did the binding ritual, by the way? I'll talk to Steer, he'll figure something out.
I wish you well, friend. Be careful.
Wolf Queen awakened. Ooh. Steer. That should also go on my quests tab. I don't have anything else inside here, right? No. I need to look at the local map to figure out where quests are. Okay. As for quests... Oh yeah, Proud Spire Manor. We are so very, very close to having all of the... Oh, that sounds nice. Where's my manor? Here, I think this is Bard's College. Bard's College. Here? Proudspire Manor. We only need a few more stones, and we'll have the entirety of the Stones of Baron's Eye quest completed. Where, oh where? Would that stone be? I think it's upstairs. Oh boy. Door. Safe. Madness ore. God, I still need madness ore. There's the stone. And I needed to rest a few hours, so... Oh, right, we need to be here to level up. Sheesh. Stamina, probably. Maybe Magicka? I think I wanted Magicka. I do not remember. Also, it didn't tell me how much I had. Ooh, yes, I wanted 2 more levels of it. And as for whether or not we'll be using this place, if I could fast travel, I certainly would not, because we have a different home. Right, that's probably going to remain an empty building for quite a while. Maybe the whole game. What else do we need to do? I need to join the Legion. Disrupt Zahira's plan and remove the letter. What? Oh, yo! Daedric armor set. Purchase the armor set with gold. That wasn't an objective before, I don't think. I mean, we do optional quests, I think. I don't know who this is, but I got a quest marker for it, so you better believe I'm gonna do it.
Blessings of the 8 divines upon you.
Blessings of the 8.
Remind us of our place when we forget. Have you come seeking
Working
guidance?
days are done.
Meet me at Lost Echo Cave. Come alone. Oh. Well, it was a quest marker.
Feel free to take a seat or pray at the shrines. We appreciate worship in all its forms.
Got some weird, like, wind chime music going on. Speak with Steer. Meet Malborn. I need to meet Malborn. Let's get this main quest going. It was the Winking Skeever? Yeah, it was the Winking Skeever. Malborn.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything.
A container of valuables is nearby.
Send someone over.
I have no business with you. Leave.
Okay. I think it'll glow. I'm mostly certain that it will glow. It might not. Ha! Ah, dang it. That might have been within 15 seconds? Lock opened within 15 seconds. Bada bing. Okay, so... Sure, I'll take it all. Does that mean another chest appears? Pretty sure that means another chest appears.
It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know, the Dragonborns come.
But how will I know the Dragonborns come? What was this perk? I'm pretty sure it spawns a new chest. Oh, it just resets the cooldown. It doesn't spawn another one. I'm thinking, my bad. I'm thinking of the pickpocket one, which is, Spree? Shortly after you pickpocket or speak to the target, a new victim is illuminated up to 4 times in a row. Yeah. Who do I need? I need to speak with? I got completely distracted by loot. You, Malborn.
Need something?
Our mutual friend sent me.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you.
You know what? I'm ready. Here's what I'll need.
I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
And I think I'm going in naked. Let's make this as interesting as possible. I'm high level. I can do that. Meet Delphine at the stables. Yes. Okay. So, we're going in naked snake style.
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy.
Is that a bad idea? Perhaps. Perhaps it's the worst idea. Maybe it's not. But it's entertaining. I
Your
wish to
job
see what
is to
will
get
happen.
into the party without being fingered as a spy.
Mm-hmm. I'm focusing down on that main mission. I know there's other quest markers in town. I don't care about them. This quest marker is close enough. Sophie!
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy?
Oh yeah, he's all set.
Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside.
Plus whatever I can pick up inside is the key part.
At the Thalmor embassy, dressed like...
Right. I need party shoes, party clothes, tribunal silver mask. What? Why not?
That. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor embassy dressed like that. You can't go to a...
What, are you mad that I still got... Okay, I got Wraithguard on.
Party at the Thalmor... I guess that will have to do.
Yes!
You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy?
I'm ready. Keep the rest of my
Don't
things.
worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
You took off my mask! No! Why would they do that? I hope I at least get to keep my ring on. I do. Oh, and there's certain quest swords that they just won't take from me.
Late to Ellenwood's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, sir.
Hello.
My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking.
Welcome to the
Excellent
Thalmor
choice. Oh,
Embassy.
hello.
Your invitation, please.
Right here, sir. Here you go. Show invitation.
Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Of course.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger strapped to my thigh, etc., etc.
I'm just doing my duty, sir. Everything's in order. Welcome back, sir.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we made it through. Hello.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are?
With the soldiers all fighting in the war, there's nobody...
Oh, you're Ellenwood? I've heard so much about you.
Have you? All good, I trust. But you have me at a disadvantage. I'm afraid I know nothing about you. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Arenthia Red?
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
Thank you very much, Miss Ellenwood. I'm not allowed to sneak.
Here we'll step forward and solve all our problems, just like in the Tales of Old.
What can I get for you?
I'd like a drink, please.
Here you go, sir. Colovian brandy.
Just like back in Morrowind.
Until next time.
Yes, I agree with you. Have you heard any news from
Jarl Sidgeir, of course.
Well, I did see something interesting not long ago.
On Delamar.
There were several Khajiit camped
Getting a
outside the
lap
walls
dance
of
from the
Whiterun.
Jarl.
Seems they've been traveling around the whole of Skyrim.
Sitting on his knee.
You've got to admire their courage.
Jarl Igrod. The Bard.
I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Ventius.
spoken?
Elisif! Oh, hey, Elisif!
Have you tried the wine? It's better than anything in the Blue Palace.
Pleasure to see you again.
Why, thank you. You are most courteous. I admit I'm surprised to see you here. Normally, these parties are reserved for the Jarls and business leaders of Skyrim.
Business leader would be
must
me.
Very fond of you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
I have many a septum.
Is convinced that the Battleborns have abducted one of her sons. The movers and shakers of
Erica.
Skyrim.
The man who knows how to make money in war would be a most profitable venture.
Oh. Requires key, eh?
Is my staff seeing to your needs?
I suppose so, yes.
What can you get me to drink?
What can I get for you, sir?
I'd like a drink.
We seem to have run out of Colovian brandy. I'll check in the wine cellar for more when I get a moment.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
All right.
I know just what you mean. Heard anything interesting lately? Any news or gossip?
Everyone to be distracted, eh? Well,
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
brings you to this party,
You must
sir?
be new around here. Bad manners to ask such a direct question at one of Ellenwyn's little soirees. But I have nothing to hide. I'm in from the south on business. And if you want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better get used to cozying up to the Thalmor, like it or not. I need another drink.
I look forward to the day when this rebellion is...
I can give him one, but I'd like to see what the rest of these people are doing here.
Trust me, there's no place better to forge relationships with the movers and shakers of Skyrim.
Quite a gathering, wouldn't you say?
Oh yes, quite. So many important people from all
Who's
across
that?
Skyrim.
Who are you?
Don't let me keep
Oh, Igmund.
Take advantage of the fine food and drink. Such things have been scarce since the war began.
I'm not sure if I should ask. Can the Thalmor be trusted? Right next to Ellenwyn.
You might learn much in this chamber.
The Great War is long past.
You're right. I want to keep my eyes
One
and
thing
ears open.
everyone can agree on. This war is bad for business.
It is. Yeah, why did you
This
attend?
Empire Company has interests all across Tamriel, inside and outside the Empire's borders. We try not to get involved in politics. However, as the head of the company, it's my job to make sure we maintain good relationships with prospective partners and investors.
Does your company do business with the Thalmor?
A delicate question, to be sure. I'm the Emperor's cousin, and the Empire has little love for the Thalmor. On the other hand, the Thalmor have considerable funds and are looking to expand their shipping. I haven't signed any deals yet, but I'm sure my cousin would want a cut if I do. What better way to soothe his wounded pride? Come and visit me in solitude sometime.
How are you doing that?
These parties are a great way to earn a little extra money. It's good practice. Most people barely notice what I'm playing.
Take advantage of the fine food and drink. Such things have been scarce since the war began.
Can the Thalmor be trusted?
For now, perhaps. But I've heard disturbing rumors that they're marshaling their strength. I suspect the treaty that ended the war was just a tactic to buy time so the Thalmor can rebuild their armies. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not sure the Empire can afford another war.
Oh, interesting. How are you enjoying the party?
Well enough. Elenwen puts a great deal of effort into these parties, and it shows. I just wonder what her real motivations are. That woman is inscrutable. Good speaking.
Interesting. Don't mind if I do, Monsieur Slaughterfish. Nom nom. What do you make of this?
I hope you're enjoying yourself.
I can see you spared no expense.
Of course not. One does not gather the most important men and women of Skyrim and then serve them cheap ale and stale bread.
Very true.
This is only a taste of the benefits that accrue to those that align themselves with Thalmor interests.
What does your position as Thalmor ambassador involve?
One of my main duties is to foster a better understanding between the Aldmeri Dominion and the people of Skyrim. I also oversee the activities of the Thalmor Justiciars throughout Skyrim, although this has been most unfortunately disrupted by the war.
Oh. Okay, the Justiciars are under her command. I never quite understood exactly what the Justiciars do. Well, obviously she wants the Empire, who's fulfilling the contract, to win. Granted, she probably wants them to continue fighting as much as they possibly can to weaken their strength. I would probably, in the background, help both sides. Tell me, what do the Justiciars do?
The Thalmor Justiciars are so often misunderstood. Our primary goal is to preserve the peace between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. The worship of the false god Talos contributed to the unfortunate friction that led to the Great War. Following the Great War, the White Gold Concordat set out the terms for peaceful coexistence between the two powers. The Empire and the Dominion agreed that the worship of Talos was a relic of the past and must be eliminated in the interests of peace. But I'm sure you didn't come here for a lecture on high politics.
I actually did. That's the entire reason I'm here.
I look forward to
and then,
I also oversee the
what's your position on the war?
As long as the Empire continues to uphold its treaty obligations, my government does not concern itself with the internal politics of Skyrim.
Do you host these parties often?
Quite often, yes. The only thing I enjoy more than luxury is sharing that luxury with those who can appreciate it. But I also enjoy learning the latest gossip and hearing the most intriguing rumors.
Oh, true. This is an intelligence gathering operation. Because the Jarls, you have Thalmor stationed all around the room, ready to hear conversations between the Jarls.
None of these people cares a whit about the religious aspects of this war. Another sign of the degeneracy of your empire.
God, agreed. They don't seem to care about the wheel at all. The pillars or the spaces between. What are your duties here in Skyrim?
I lead the Justiciars. We are charged with enforcing the ban on Talos worship. Nords can be quite stubborn. They're slow to change their ways, and we find more heretics every day. But mark me well. I will purge the heresy from this land as surely as the flame burns the flesh from the bone.
Ooh, righteous crusader, okay. Can there truly be peace between the Thalmor and the Empire? What's your opinion?
There is peace now, and that peace will continue for as long as it suits our needs.
Oh!
But make no mistake, this is not a peace forged out of necessity between rival nations of equal strength. It is more like the calm between storms. And the next storm, I think, will be far deadlier than the last.
Okay, so you're just openly admitting that you're probably gonna go to war again. Huh. What brings you to this party?
There are those in the Empire who would wish to evade their obligations to help root out the Talos heresy. Fortunately, those most opposed to the Emperor's wise policy have now branded themselves traitors as well as heretics. I am here to remind the ruling classes of Skyrim that their loyalty to the Emperor requires cooperation with the Thalmor.
Okay.
The hold is barely scraping by. the harvest at Rorikstead is always bountiful. Is it good fortune? The blessings of the divines? Who knows?
Shakers of Skyrim.
Now here's a face I did not expect to see. Be mindful, for you walk among adders.
Adders being snakes, yes. Do you visit the embassy often?
There are words spoken and words unspoken. Beware these Thalmor, for they are adept in both languages. For this reason, I avoid them when I can.
A good time.
Fair faces and fine food are well and good, but honesty is rarely so pleasing.
I wonder if she's the one being honest.
Ellen Wen always throws quite a party. I never miss one if I can help it.
Or them. What brings you to the... you sound like quite the businessman, actually.
But not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford.
Brings you to the
You
party.
must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money. Very well, then.
Trust me, there's no place better to forge relationships with the movers and shakers.
We're getting some interesting opinions from these people. What do you do for Elven? I mean, I know what you do.
I am the steward of Whiterun. I serve Jarl Balgruuf in Dragon's Reach.
Right.
Truth be told, I'd be more comfortable if I were back there.
Of course.
I get nervous in the company of so many worthies.
Worthies? As compared to what? Unworthies? Okay.
Was there anything else I could do for you?
Oh.
Until next time.
Not at the moment.
Delmar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think I've spoken with everyone. That was a good talk. Actually, can I speak with you?
We're not supposed to talk to the guests.
Okay.
So nothing more than an armed mob. This war won't last much longer.
How about you?
We're not supposed to talk to the guests.
No, your lips are just as tightly sealed.
I heard
Okay.
those mages up in winter have been trying to figure out how many dragons
Red.
are in Skyrim. They seem to think it's
I think I'll just slice off a piece of this cheese.
They're probably trying to scare
I'm
us
going to ignore the sword in my inventory.
so they can save us from the dragons.
And honestly, food's pretty rare and hard to come by.
Brutal winter. I can't remember the last time it was this cold and for this long.
Yes, I agree with you. Have you heard any news from the other parts of Skyrim?
I've heard those mages up in winter have been trying to figure out how many dragons there are in Skyrim.
Wine. Oh, Alto wine, too. Fine clothes and coat. Bulb of the Dragon. That seems to be randomly generated. I'm not going to take those yet because it seems like it would be slightly suspicious.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
I brought you one.
Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me.
Actually, there is something I could have you do.
Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend.
I need you to cause a scene and get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine. stand back and behold my handiwork.
Someone's so proud of making a scene.
Attention, everyone. Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. Toast to Ellenwyn, our mistress.
What are you
I
doing?
speak figuratively, of course. Nothing could be more unlikely than that someone would actually want her in their bed. Although, most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course. Fine, fine. Get your hands off me. I'll be a good boy now. Wouldn't want to offend our Thalmor overlords, would we? Someone bring me a drink.
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Will do. Hey, I follow the plan.
Who comes, Malvern? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Is it, Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up.
Okay.
Hurry it up.
Bada bing. Retrieved. Knife.
By the way, have you heard anything?
Do I have lockpicks? I don't.
Behind you, or the patrols might notice something's wrong. Let me do the talking.
All right.
Most of them stay together in one building, and there is
Dum, bum, bum, dum, dum, bum. Let's go. I presume it shall be locked.
If someone misses me at the party, we're both.
Did you see those robes marching this morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty forces? No, they're high mages, just from Alan. I guess himself is finally getting worried about the
Hooded Thalmor robes and gloves. I've got party shoes on though.
If a dragon does show up,
Boots.
maybe we'll get lucky, and it will eat the mages first. Might give us enough time to kill it. Ha! I'd like to see those arrogant bastards taken down a notch. Always looking down their noses at these lowly foot Well, we'd better get back to our rounds.
Okay, now, theoretically, I am disguised. I'm going to quick save, and then walk out of here like I am a normal person. Yes, yes, I'm not running, I am walking. Just a normal Thalmor doing the rounds. Yes. As long as I don't speak with anyone. I've never tried this before. As long as I don't speak with anyone or perhaps get too close.
Haven't seen him around before.
Oh, that's alright. I'm new.
That's close enough.
Oh, my bad. The cake and the...
Let me see your face.
You told me that's close enough.
Here. Let me see your face.
You told me that's close enough.
Never should have. Ah!
Woo! Okay, hold on. This is an interesting segment. I've never tried this before. I don't know what mechanics they have here. I am actually going to reload because this is interesting. Do they mind? Yeah, do you mind that I'm, like, running?
Come here. Let me see your face.
I figured if I walked, it would have been fine.
Haven't seen him around before.
Weak poison? Adra and Daedra?
Haven't seen him around before.
Hmm. And I don't have, like, invisibility that I could use, right? Oh! I do. If I see someone, I can walk past them, but I should be sneaking. This isn't like Hitman where, you know, oh, I'm disguised. As long as you don't go into a restricted area, you're good. I've never played with the disguise mechanics before. Kicking the die. Tell me about this. Corner Club in Old Ruin. Okay. That seems to be like a story, like fiction within the fiction. So if I need to, I can walk around very briefly without, like, worrying that I'm seen by someone. At the same time, though. Hmm.
Come here. Let me see your face.
Excuse me, I'm just going.
Haven't seen him
Rush. I'm on an errand for our boss, Thalmor Embassy. I have a feeling this is right back where I came from.
Come here. Let me see your face.
Excuse me.
Let me see your face.
Oh, Jesus. I've only got an iron dagger. That's not good. Hold on. Okay. Sparks, then? I need healing.
Come here. Let me see your face. Let me see your face.
Okay, I'm walking.
Let me see your face.
I'm walking just as you asked, sir. Just as you asked.
Come here.
Sir.
Let me see your face.
Just as you asked. Huh. Hmm. For Solar.
one else has brought you such valuable information, have they? Etienne, he's talked, hasn't he? He knows where that old man is you're looking for. He told me himself.
You'll get the rest of your money when we confirm his story, as agreed.
So he has talked. I knew.
Ooh, we've got 3 copies of the biography of Baron Zaya. Or like 1, 2, and 3.
I have work to do. Leave me to it if ever you want to see the rest of your payment.
Can I could help. He talked to me. He trusts me.
You'd like to come downstairs with me, is that it? Shall we loose his bonds and put you in a cell together? You can ask him anything you'd like and see how he answers.
No, I'll wait outside.
That would probably be best. Now, get out.
Etienne must know something related to the dragons. Who else might
You're
know?
dead.
Where are you?
Yeah. Take all. Quickly. I swap. Steel sword. Yeah. It's better than my knife. Not regenning mana. Or at least not very fast.
Supremacy is the only truth.
I'm an elf too, you fool. God, this has such a short range. Eleanor Saber, much better. Interrogation room key. Scar knife, sure. Okay, so it turned into a massacre. I may not... Frost resistance. Ooh. I may not been the best choice for this mission. Despite my absurdly high sneak skill. 83. Now, I believe somewhere here in the Thalmor Embassy, I'm out of lockpicks. Piss. I don't suppose there's any lockpicks out here that I could get. If I were a level designer, where would I put... Oh, no. Just a crack. Dang it. Dagger. What's the basement? Oh, cool. I think you end up getting found out anyway. But you know. Just for information about the dragons returning. Right. And I think here in the Thalmor Embassy, there's supposed to be one of the stones. Search for information about the... Like, these are bedrooms. Okay, where have I missed? Oh, not in here. Aha! Chest. First Emissary Elenwyn, we anticipate a breakthrough in our efforts to uncover the party or power behind the dragon resurrection phenomenon. An informant has identified a possible lead whom we have brought back to the embassy for a full interrogation. The subject is obstinate, by all indications is holding back the information we seek. I have authorized the immediate manual uncoiling. I do not expect more will be necessary unless you feel time presses. I know you prefer to be present for the final questioning. I will inform you immediately when the subject is fully receptive. 2 days should tell the tale. In the meantime, if you wish to audit our technique, our expertise is your expertise is welcome as always. I have placed the prisoner in the cell closest to your office stairs for your convenience. Interrogation room key. The dossier on Ulfric Stormcloak. Ooh. Okay. Status asset. The Thalmor see him as an asset. An uncooperative one, though. Dormant. Then again, that could be, like, low confidence level stuff. Technically, everything can be considered an asset, right? But, you know, how helpful of an asset is it? Dormant. Emissary level approval. Level Jarl of Windhelm. Leader of Stormcloak Rebellion, Imperial Legion veteran. Background. Ulfric first came to our attention during the First War against the Empire when he was taken as a prisoner of war during the campaign for the White Gold Tower. Under interrogation, we learned of his potential value, son of the Jarl of Windhelm, and he was assigned as an asset to the interrogator, who is now First Emissary Elenwyn. He was made to believe information obtained during his interrogation was crucial in the capture of the Imperial City. The city had, in fact, fallen before he had broken, and then allowed to escape. Ooh! After the war, contact was established, and he was proven his worth as an asset. The so-called Markarth incident was particularly valuable from the point of view of our strategic goals in Skyrim, although it resulted in Ulfric becoming generally uncooperative to direct contact. Well, of course. I mean, you tortured him. Okay, so the Markarth incident. Becoming generally uncooperative to direct contact. Original notes. Direct contact remains a possibility under extreme circumstances, but in general the asset should be considered dormant. As long as the Civil War proceeds in its current indecisive fashion, we should remain hands off. The incident at Helgen is an example of where an exception had to be made. Obviously, Ulfric's death would have dramatically increased the chance of an Imperial victory and thus harmed our overall position in Skyrim. Note the coincidental intervention of the dragon at Helgen is still under scrutiny. The obvious conclusion is that whoever is behind the dragons also had an interest in the continuation of the war, but we should not assume, therefore, that their goals align with our own. A Stormcloak victory is also to be avoided, however, so even indirect aid to the Stormcloaks must be carefully managed. So they do want the war to keep going on. They like Ulfric. And the dossier on Delphine. Active. Capture or kill. Yes, she's not listed as an asset. High priority. Emissary level approval. Female, Breton, mid-50s. Delphine was a high priority target during the First War for both operational and political reasons. She was directly involved in several of the most damaging operations carried out by the Blades within the Dominion. She had been identified and was slated for the initial purge, but by bad luck was recalled to Cyrodiil just before the outbreak of hostilities. During the war, she evaded 3 attempts on her life, in one case killing an entire assassination team. Since then, we have only indirect evidence of her movements. She has proven extremely alert to our surveillance. She should be considered very dangerous, and no more move against her should be made without overwhelming force and most careful preparations. Operational notes: she is believed to still be working actively against us within Skyrim, although we have no location on her. Assumed to be working alone, as no other Blades are known to be active in Skyrim, and she has in the past avoided contact with other fugitive Blades from her own security. One of the reasons she has so far evaded elimination. Continued existence is an affront to all of us. Any information on her whereabouts or activity should be immediately forwarded to the third emissary. Okay, good, good. The Adabal. Queen Bulmora House, demigod lover of Al Esh. Little White Strike, Alessia's youth. Morehouse explains Alessia's names. Okay, so this is information on Saint Alesia. Rising threat. What is this? Count of Sunhold and Altmer refugees from Somerset came to Cyrodiil. Let's say these should all be considered glory. Dwemer inquiries. Oh, she has whole sets of books in here. I will be reading them off screen. If any, particularly Real Barons. What do I have in terms of the real Barons Aya? I have biography of Baron Zaya 1, 2, and 3. Real Baron Zaya 5, 3, 4, and I think I had 2 and 1 elsewhere. So this is her office. Was this supposed to be information? I think so. Biography of Baron Zaya 3. Argonian account 3. Real Baron Zaya 4. 3, 2. I don't have the real Baron Zaya 1. Real Baron Zaya 2. I'm sorry, what was that about Silas? Did I see something that mentioned Sithis? My eyes are playing tricks on me. Argonian account, huh? guess I should claim the Argonian account. Book 3. Two. 4. You have book 1. Book 1. No. Oh, cake in the diamond. Okay, let's head outside, actually. To the inner courtyard.
Why aren't you at your... Just this here.
Okay. I needed to check the mission markers to see... If one of the stones is here. Into the dungeon. I've already gone loud. Dossier on... Oops. On Esbern. Fugitive capture, highest priority, emissary level approval, male Nord, late 70s. Esbern was one of the Blade's lore masters prior to the First War against the Empire. He was not a field agent, but is now believed to have been behind some of the most damaging operations carried out by the Blades during the pre-war years, including the Felinesti incident and the breach of the Blue River prison. His file had remained dormant for many years. An inexcusable error on the part of my predecessor has been recalled to Eleanor for punishment and re-education. Re-education, Jesus. And the erroneous belief that he was unlikely to pose a threat due to his advanced age and lack of experience. A salutary reminder to all operational levels that no Blades agent be considered low priority for any reason. We are all to be found and justice exacted upon them. Operational notes. As we are still in the dark as to the cause and meaning of the return of the dragons, I made capturing Esbern our top priority, as he is known to be one of our experts in the dragon lore of the Blades. Regrettably, we have yet to match their expertise on the subject of dragons, which has derived from their Akaviri origins and is still far superior to our own, which remains largely theoretical. The archives of Cloud Ruler Temple, which is believed to have been the primary repository of the Old Blades lore, were largely destroyed during the siege, and although great effort has been made to reconstruct what was lost, it now appears that most of the records related to the dragons were either removed or destroyed prior to the attack. Thus, Esbern remains our best opportunity to learn how and why the dragons have returned. It cannot be ruled out that the Blades themselves are somehow connected to the dragons' return. We have recently obtained solid information that Esbern is still alive and hiding somewhere in Riften. Interrogation of a possible eyewitness is ongoing. We must proceed carefully to avoid Esbern becoming alerted to danger. If he is indeed in Riften, he must not be given an opportunity to flee.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately, or you both die.
You never should have done that already.
Oi! Hold on. I know just what to do here. Bada bing! I just need to protect him. Also, what am I doing? Eleanor Saber, higher damage. Trapdoor key. Oh, you are much stronger than the other one. Spa! Another Eleanor Saber. Interrogation chamber key, trapdoor key. Malborn.
Now the Thalmor will be hunting me for the rest of my life. I hope it was worth it.
It probably was.
I should have known this would end badly. I can't believe. Let's get out of here for pity's sake.
Alright, hold on. There's a dude in here. Right? Yeah.
I told you. I don't know anything else about it.
I'm not here to torture you.
What? Who? What do you want then?
Your time to explain. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Haven't I seen you around the flagon? I never expected to see another guild brother down here.
Oh shit!
He grabbed me in the rat way. The nerve of these bastards. They need to be taught a lesson.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Whatever you want. But let's go, now.
You want to grab that armor? Okay, I'll wait for him to... Oh, okay. He's waiting for me to use the key on it, if I had to guess. Yes. Alteration 100. I've only got mid-level weapons. There it is. It's the stone. Okay, hold on. Healing. Are you an idiot? You do not fight that thing. Okay. Well, the Thalmor didn't need him for the rest of his life. Light armor up. It's gonna increase a lot, I bet. We're both regenerating monsters. Yeah. Bada bing. Frost roll down. Hellburn. War Lad, Novice Conjurer. Or the Ages of Man. Oh, hey. That one's kind of important. The Stone of Baronziah. Bada bing. Skyrim, we go.
You didn't have to help me, so thanks.
No problem. Now speak to Delphine. Wait, speak to Delphine as in... Where's Delphine? As in Delphine moved, huh? Who's probably back at Riverwood with my equipment. And I can't fast travel. Okay. You are treacherously cold. Uh-oh. Right. I'm actually going to have to go back inside the cave. Because I think there's probably a heat source in here. Yeah, the air is warm here. Okay. Appa. Apple pie. Okay. Now we exit to Skyrim and we immediately start booking it in probably the opposite direction, apparently. Southeast? Was it? Okay, southeast. Meridia's beacons. Hey. There looks to be a mill here we might be able to stop at to warm up. Actually, I think I recognize this area. We're pretty close, right? Yes. Okay, in that case, let's just head straight to the city. We can take a carriage to Whiterun and head to Delphine.
I can take you to... Where do you want to go?
To Whiterun.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Thankies. Ask for better weather, my man. It's cold. It's cold here. Feel warmer and around comfortable. Yes. And I'm hungry, though. The bread does basically nothing. Khajiit. I have coin if you have wares.
Take a look.
Amber. Nice. I hope that you have corruption or madness or, excuse me. Dark Warhammer. EF. Goblin Totem Staff. Yo! You sell Golden Saint gear too? Each Vertical Thoughts. Madness or 3? Oh, and you know what? I'll take your moon sugar too. That's a pretty rare ingredient. Not your skooma, though. I'm more interested in the moon sugar for its alchemical properties.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Two. Huzzah. Okay. Now we need to head to Riverwood. That way. I hate that I can't put a marker just like literally on top of it. Ride by horse. Reach Riverwood. We're probably gonna have to ride back here after we get our stuff. I can put up my books. We can look at forging some madness equipment potentially. Dwarven helmet? Very strange set of apparel that you have.
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother.
Ebony boots, Nordic steel gauntlets, an orcish cuirass, and a dwarven helm. Okay. Meet with Delphine. We've gotten a lot of good information today. It's like... So, we learned that the Sijic Order's island, skips forward through time. I knew that it disappeared before. I didn't know that it literally reappeared 500 years later with... 500 years later with, like... sleep. Oh, an extra hour, apparently, because I'm still lethargic. Awake and feeling refreshed. I didn't know that it appeared 500 years later with the same people on it.
You're safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful?
Oh yeah. What do you mean, no? They knew nothing.
Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that?
Oh yeah, I guess they technically knew knew nothing about the dragon. Here's the thing that confirms it. Their dossier on Ulfric Stormcloak. Yeah, I'm sure they're looking for someone named Esbern.
Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
What do they want with them?
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought.
Thalmor think the Blades know about the dragons? It's hiding out in Riften.
Ironic,
Yeah, tell me.
right? The old enemies assume that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons if anybody does. Do they know where he is?
Yeah, he's in Riften. Okay, so you don't know anything about the dragons. He might, though.
Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Ask around the Ragged Flagon in the Ratway. It's at least a good starting point. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Okay. What's so important about me being Dragonborn? Sure, I'll
Blades
exhaust
have
your
always
options.
guarded and guided the Dragonborn, but we'd forgotten why. Now our purpose is clear. I'm all that's left of the Blades, and you're the Dragonborn. Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground.
What happened to the Blades? Why are you on the run?
The Thalmor happened. They've been hunting down every blade they can find for the past 30 years. Thanks to the White Gold Concordat, they've been able to operate throughout the Empire with impunity.
And tell me about the Concordat.
The Great War. Only 30 years passed and already ancient history to most people.
Well, I was
Seems
literally...
to me like it just ended. It's never really ended for me. But to answer your question, the White Gold Concordat was the fancy name they put on the peace treaty between the Empire and the Thalmor. It ended the war and saved the Empire to fight another day. Also trampled on the sacred name of Talos, and gave the Thalmor free rein to stamp out Talos worship throughout the Empire.
Okay, I'm guessing that it's called White Gold because it was signed at White Gold, i.e. the tower. Kind of like, our World War II treaties, I forget what it's called. It's named after the place it was signed, anyway. Or one of them was. I forget which one I'm thinking of.
There's no simple answer to that. You want the long version or the short version?
Give me the long version of the Thalmor.
They're the rulers of the Aldmeri Dominion, what used
Yeah?
to be the imperial provinces of Somerset Isle and Valenwood.
You can...
The Thalmor take the arrogance of high elves to the extreme. They believe they are the rightful rulers of all of Tamriel. For a century or more, the Thalmor had been picking away at the Empire. Valenwood was the first, then the province of Elsewhere. But even the Blades
Elsewhere,
didn't see
huh?
the Great War coming. We underestimated the Thalmor, and they destroyed
I
it.
didn't know they took Elsewhere, too. Okay, so, the Aldmeri Dominion is, like, de jure of, the Somerset Isle and Valenwood. Elsewhere is not part of their, like, de jure dominion. Also, technically, we should be going by, kingdom. So Somerset Isle would be their kingdom. But there is, like, de jure justification for including Valenwood. Funny that she would call it the Imperial Province. She must be talking about very ancient history. For it to be called the Imperial Province. That's definitely in a human empire supremacy point of view. Because it's technically... Somerset Isle is technically, what, Aldmeris? No, I think Aldmeris is, like, regular Nern. Where's my stuff? Here. Cover your equipment. Zoop. Plate. Boots. Need you. And Wraithguard. Ooh, it's so nice to have Wraithguard back on my thingies. God, literally the hands that can interact with the Heart of Lorcan. Possibly the most important artifacts above that of Daedric artifacts. Like, ooh, Sunder and Wraithguard. What a freaking being. Anyway, me gushing about lore. I have to draw strength. Still carrying too much to be able to run, huh? Well, well, well. Let's get rid of some of this weight. I'll get rid of the Daidao too, apparently. Cool. Blade sword. I'm apparently hungry. Cooked pogfish, please. Numb. Okay, well, Esbern is in Riften. I'm gonna go to our house. Move. Find Zora Star. Yeah, I need to go to our house and dump some of our stuff. Perhaps I can... We'll look at making some of that madness ore, like I said. Oh, Vigilant of Stendar. Y'all follow a very strange false god, by the way. Very, very strange. Oh right, I never said my new list. I updated. I think I found the final of the 8. So, Elder Scrolls Cosmology. There we go. I have a small book that I've been writing effectively. Magna Gi, the Aedra. Okay, yeah, here we go. The 8 Aedra. So we have Mara, Kinnereth, or Kine, which I'm tempted to believe Kine is the real name as compared to Kinnereth. Then again, that could just be Nord's shortening thing. Zen from Zenithar. Not Sendar, by the way, Zenithar. Oriel, aka Akatosh. We have Sirabane, who is Julianos. Who holds the place of Julianos, excuse me. Mankar Cameron says that Julianos is fake. And Sirabane is the closest comparator that I can get to that spot. Sirabane is the one that I am most skeptical of. I have the other ones pretty much locked in. Sirabane is the only one where I'm like, I only have one source that logically it makes sense for him to be one of the few, but he's not like locked in, right? He wasn't like at convention. Okay. I think I need to turn these into Madness Ingots. Yeah, Madness Ingots. Okay, so there's Sirabane, there's Trinimac, which I think Trinimac is Ruptka. I also have a note here that Finaster could be Ruptka based on some of their behavior, but I think Trinimac is Ruptka. Also, secondary note for Trinimac, he died, so his spot was opened up, if Talos did ascend, I still have my doubts about Talos ascending to become an Aedra. If Talos did ascend, it is possible that he took the spot of Trinimac. And that's, like, the only spot he could have taken. Okay. Then I'm gonna go over to armor and start scrolling down. Trinimac, Finaster, who... My note is the Pocket Guide to the Empire 3rd Edition, Somerset Isles. It describes Auriel, Trinimac, Ciribane, and Finaster as the ancestor spirits that were worshipped by the Aldmer. So if they're all ancestor spirits that were worshipped, they were gods. They were part of the Eight. So that's my source for both Ciribane and Finaster. Finaster makes more sense, both because of Finaster's ring and some more evidence that I don't have written down. But I'm more secure in Finaster than Ciribane. Oh, let's go to Madness. Okay, what do I need for these? And finally is Xarxes. Xarxes is locked into place. Also, Xarxes would be RK, if you care about the Imperial name, or Orky for the Orcish name. And he wrote the Ogma Infinio. Madness Helmet needs 3 ingots. Madness Armor needs 5 ingots. Oof. 5 ingots, huh? Ooh, also I'm, like, delayed. Or ingot, sure. Lost all of my ingots. God, we have so many Stones of Baron Zaya. I'd love to finish that quest. Okay, and I need to walk in. Bada bing. Long stride for when you're over encumbered by a slight amount. Long stride does not work if you are heavily encumbered, only lightly encumbered. Or like heavily over encumbered versus lightly over encumbered. Amber, Really? I don't have stuff here? Huh. You know what? My ingots must be back in town. I can check that after we end. But let's see. What do I have weight-wise that I need to get rid of? I had Sunder on me? Why do I have Sunder on me? Oh, you know what? I forgot to unequip that. Okay, let's... Arcane Disenchanter. Hells yeah. Ring of Minor Destruction. Necklace of Peerless Haggling. I should keep that on me, technically. Okay, let's go and put Sunder away in a, like, sanctified spot. I can put it over here. Give me the staff. Because we can put Sunder in one spot and Keening in another. Let's go ahead and put you... Ow. That hurt me, apparently. Sunder, Legendary, left. Keening will go on the right. Then I really should move you? Anduril armor over here. Why do you not have these equipped? Those equipped on me. There we go. Am I allowed to have 2 masks on? What? Oh, that's cursed. Oh, that's pretty cursed. I kind of like it, though. Got the Crusader weapons. Yeah, we could do armor sets in different spots. Let's go to the homestead and sort away all of my Garbini. Oh, let's add series to this shelf. Right, like book 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't place any more books on this shelf. The bottom row, though. Oh, you bingus. I'm not allowed to place books on there. Unbelievable. I'd like to have them in a bookshelf. I don't believe these are of any consequence, so I'm gonna remove them. And in their place, I will put the, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Book series can go over here. And then the rest, I think I put into, it was down here. Where did I put them? Was it in you? Right, it was. Let's put these in an actual bookshelf. And this is literally just like... I'm pressing down and enter. It doesn't matter what goes in here. This is my trash stash. Okay. Weird that, like, I have Arundel's journals as weighted objects that I can't get rid of. Okay. Apothecary satchel. Game at dinner. How long have we been going for? And is there anything that I want to do more importantly before we end off? Particularly, right now I'd really like to go and oh, you know what? Man, my mage backpack. 75 point carrying capacity increase. I'm gonna go and move stuff from our old house to our new house. I think I've been saying that I was going to do that for a very long time and just didn't. I'm going to do that. Okay. Stuff for now. Scroll of Fingers of the Mountain. Crazy. How much, what are the last two locations for the Stones of Baron's Isle? I wonder. One up here. And then I think one is like the main quest, right? Got to be. Unless Solitude has two. I don't think it does. Olaf's... Ah! One up here. We can do that one. I'd rather not forget that this is here. Let's do this, and that'll be the final thing of the episode before I just, like, start hauling stuff between houses. Oh, did you unbind all of my stuff? Yeah. This way. We're 2 away. I'd really like it to get it to 1 away so that we can, you know, next stream we can just finish off the Baron's Eye quest. I really need faster transportation. Like I sort of, in Breath of the Wild, when you finish the game, you get the bike or whatever. The hero cycle that, like, moves really fast and is super convenient. Yikes, we are, like, halfway. And I don't think Morthal has a transfer point. Whatever, I'm not after you guys. Right up. Kind of up this mountain. It's that marker right there on the W for west. Oh boy! Hey, what's this? I think I just found the exit to a dungeon. Horsey. Rainvig's Frost. Let me take a look inside. These are typically sealed well. I don't suppose I can, like, quick finish a dungeon without going through it. Jesus, where's the pick spot? I'm gonna exit and re-enter. There we go. Close. What? So, like, here? Being very persnickety. Very, very, very persnickety. There we are. Phoebus.
Someone there? Stay back. I don't have any choice. I'm sorry. Victory is yours. I'm sorry. This isn't what I want.
Strange. This place wasn't marked on the map, like... Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to... Also, I heard a... dragon wall.
Walk toward the chest. Gravity will do the rest. Well, that's disappointing. This one didn't survive the fall either.
Okay, Oh, hey! There's the stone! This was the right location to come to. Let's journal. Haven't captured a soul. I'm good. I don't need to read these. Or more, I don't want to. A lot of dudes in cages. I presume, like he said, he was, you know, he set up some kind of trap above with a chest and people fall to their doom and... Or hopefully not die. Right? As I think he was hoping that they didn't die. They fall down there in that pit with him.
Is someone there? What was that?
Hey, hey, big chest. And a wall. Okay, so this here is our, pitfall. We got both a, word of power. Kind's peace. I think that's useless. Kind is definitely the word. Right, cause her. Okay, so Kine, it is absolutely. I had forgotten that detail. I need to write that down. Kine is the proper name. Kinnereth? I don't just think it. I know it. Lord's Mail. Let me add my note A. Dragon words refer to her as Kine. Well, we finish off Kine's piece. It's a useless one, but oh, it's literally empty. Or I already looted it and have forgotten in the span of 10 seconds. One of those two things happened. And I'm going to guess that this is just the entrance.
Never should have come here.
Sink. And I'm going to guess that because he's a ghost and not a human, no extra money. Sad. Even though I got my kill cam. What's the entrance? Where was the other? Wait, what? So where does this tunnel lead? Nowhere. It's not a tunnel. I thought there was a tunnel there. Okay, so if we exit here, we should get the location marked on the map and then say that it is complete, right? That was very quick. We blitzed that dungeon.
Is someone there?
Yeah, cleared. Ha! Well, I'm gonna go ahead and sleep in one of these tents. Up here.
Found you.
Oh, that's too expensive of an arrow. Dark arrow, please. Nordic arrows are actually better. Because I don't need to be shooting money, thanks. Snap? Oh, hold on. Can't sleep when there are enemies nearby. Oi! Okay. Is there a dragon here too? I could use another dragon soul. I'll head up to the top of the mountain, get this marked. Because we're right here. And then we'll end it. Oi, I'm right here. You wanna fight? You look like you wanna fight me. Ancient? Oh, it's a fire dragon though. Yeah, okay. So, ancient dragon, very bad. Fire dragon, I am effectively immune. You can effectively do 0 damage to me. So, I'm right here, waiting. Yeah, just keep flying. Here, let me equip my good arrows. Daedric. Because you're worth it, ancient dragon. I deem you worthy of my more expensive ammunition. Got him. Okay, let's see. Was it 4? And... Close enough. Come on! If it weren't for this fire graphic preventing me from seeing you, I'd be taking a lot more risky shots. Oh. Have another death shout. By the way, do I have the entire death shout? Oh, I do. Yeah, you're screwed, buddy. Fire arrow probably not effective against fire dragon. I've got an extra perk point. How many? I don't use my bow much anymore. I don't really want to spend it on more damage for my bow if it's like, you know, this one encounter. Hey, this is good for my archery skill, though. Go ahead and do this while these things fly by. have a lot of HP, sir. I've hit you with multiple shouts that lower your armor, too, so you're taking enhanced damage. Yeah, I see you. Would be cool if I could see any more, though. There we go. Just keep putting arrows into his wing. Bada bing. Oh, whoops. 5? 4? 4. Hello, ancient dragon. Dragon steel bow. My Daedric arrows back. I guess I'll take the dragon bones. They're weighty, but maybe I can make some dragon arrows out of it. Thank you. I need your soul so I can unlock more shouts. Also, that reward, I expected a little more from Old Rock Pass. For what? What is this? Excuse me. Is it literally just a pass? Like, I'll walk in, but I'm probably gonna walk out. I'd like to end the episode. Yeah, just traveling through, don't mind me. Need to see if you're a dungeon or an actual... You are just a pass! Okay, hey! North Cold Rock Path. Oh! I like that. I wish they had more of these. There's too many mountains. I'd love a teleport at like one side of a mountain. Just say, you go through it. And there's a foe in here. Careful. Game thinks my shout's on cooldown. Anyway, we'll check to see if there's any loot. Doubt there is. Oh. Barbarian hero armor. I can make that. It's not like hero as in special. It's just hero as in like good quality. Well, I'm probably going to use this. We'll leave the cave and then I'll end the stream finally. Brr. Why am I like... No, or they can be transmuted. Hey, I'm gonna run to Morthal. Off screen. You know what I'll be doing in between episodes. But we're gonna end it there. Hope you all had a good time watching. I had a good time streaming. For now, It's going to be goodbye and good night to you all. Bye-o.